In this week's BlizzPro Weekly, new patch for WoW launches, NSA is spying on your Night Elf, Starcraft 2 pro players are receiving pro athlete visas, Heroes of the Storm website launches on BlizzPro, Hearthstone gets a new beta patch, and Blizzard is working on a new unannounced title, and we reveal who the game director for it is. Hi. Well, as you can see, we're doing everything we can to avoid the recent rash of bullshit copyright claims on YouTube. Seems the channel Shave-ophilia has been laying claim to all videos involving beards. So, yeah, that's fun. So anyway, I'm your host, a little less beard-tastic today, but it's under there, I promise. Chris Arnone. And of course, I want to take the moment to tell you about my Indiegogo, alright? This is the last time I will tell you. It's going to end on the 16th. Hopefully this video will get out before it's over. Head over there, check it out, share the link. If you find it in your hearts and wallets to contribute, please do so. Alright, let's talk World of Warcraft.
Here's the beef.
So patch 5.4.2 launched this week and brought a few minor changes. Now, the biggest feature in this new patch is Cross-Realm Raid Browser, which can be found in the Raid tab of your social screen. It's basically an LFG tool that supports cross-realm raiding and makes it easier to find groups for specific content. Another big feature is the ability to now ship your heirloom items across realms, making them finally truly account-wide. Now, both these features are things that are going to be more streamlined in Warlords of Draenor with the new UI, but it's good to see Blizzard adding that basic functionality in right now, so get that worked out first. Now, the final feature added is the new in-game store. You can now open the store in-game and purchase the pets and mounts for real money. To celebrate this new feature, Blizzard is running a 50% off sale on a good chunk of their pets and mounts. So, the hell? I'm so sorry about this, but... Hello? No, this isn't Horse Mask Slapper 816. That's the name of my Diablo III barbarian. No, he's not real. It's a video game. Thank you. PSA, folks, especially you internet gaming trolls. You may want to be careful because the NSA, CIA, FBI, and others could be listening in, all right? The Guardian published a paper from the National Security Agency earlier this week that detailed information from both the NSA and their United Kingdom counterpart on the monitoring of communications of World of Warcraft, Xbox Live, Second Life, and many other games. The document was written in 2007 and provided to The Guardian by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. It reveals that the British Communications Monitoring Agency, GCHQ, had developed exploit packages for Xbox Live and World of Warcraft. NSA analysts proposed selectively targeting exploits for those and other games in virtual environments, or GVE, based on intelligence that Al-Qaeda members and other individuals of interest were using them, potentially to communicate with each other and conduct training for terrorism. I'm so sorry, guys. This is ridiculous. Hello? Again? What is my relationship to Leroy Jenkins? I have no... No, it's just a meme! The guy's a dumbass, but... Oh, God damn it. Anyway, The Guardian explained it like this. If properly exploited, games could produce vast amounts of intelligence, according to the NSA document. They could be used as a window for hacking attacks, to build pictures of people's social networks through buddy lists and interaction, to make approaches to undercover agents, and to obtain target identifiers such as profile photos, geolocation, and collection of communications. This is all a quote, by the way, directly from The Guardian. The ability to extract communications from talk channels in games would be necessary, the NSA paper argued, because of the potential for them to be used to communicate anonymously. Second Life was enabling anonymous text and planning to introduce vocal calls, while game notice boards could, it states, be used to share information on the web addresses of terrorism forums. So, son of a bitch. Hello! Yes, I did threaten to destroy the Earth with a legion of Ultralisks. It wasn't the real Earth, damn it. Hello? Hello? Well, hopefully that's the end of that. Wow. Anyway, given that plenty of gamers use voice headsets, video cameras, and other such tech, There was a ready-to-be-tapped stream of biometric information available to these agencies as well. All that said, though, the document did not indicate that any of this data ever foiled an actual terrorism plot. Nor, for that matter, is it clear that any terror groups actually use such virtual communities to communicate, though we may have given them the idea now. Even though the NSA suspected they might. Alright, now just another reason to watch what you do on the internet, even when you're doing gaming. Yeah. Speaking of those ultralisks, let's talk about Starcraft 2.
You want a piece of me, boy?
So visas are something that have plagued pro gamers for a while. For instance, some StarCraft players such as Violet, who was able to qualify for the WCS America season finals, was forced to forfeit multiple times due to not being able to get his visa because he had problems, mainly because he had actually been here too many times. The problem was also plaguing Riot in League of Legends with their players. Now, Riot was able to work with the CSA in order to get the professional athlete visas for their pro players about 5 months ago. This week, Violet became the first pro StarCraft player to receive a professional visa so he can compete in WCS America 2014. Now, Blizzard's esports coordinator, Jacqueline Geller, and COO Paul Sands were able to provide a supporting letter to the CSA and provide a realistic forecast of StarCraft's next 5 years as an esports athlete to help make this happen. Now, with Violet getting his visa, how many other players are going to be able to do the same? Will this possibly mean we see more tournaments on U.S. soil from players coming from other countries, since they'll be able to come over here more often without having to worry about their visa status? We're excited. We want to know what you think. In the meantime, I know you want it. So little we can give you, but we're giving you everything we can. Heroes of the Storm. So we don't expect a lot of news to hit on Heroes of the Storm until we get closer to the release of the beta, which will be sometime next year. However, we're getting on it now. BlizzPro has just launched a new Heroes of the Storm website to whet your appetite until that time. Some plans to have new content up on it at least every week, if not daily. And of course, as we get more information, we'll keep pumping it out as we discuss heroes and maps and anything else in between. If you want to check it out, make sure you go to heroes.blizzpro.com. All right, let's talk Diablo III.
Stay a while and listen.
Yeah. It's like the bearded mafia came through for me. Censored no longer. I wasn't supposed to tell you about them, was I? Okay, for those lucky few of you who have been in the Reaper of Souls Friends and Family beta, your characters in progress are getting wiped. Or by the time you see this, it may have already happened. Now, this just breaking. It happened about 20 minutes before we started filming. The PTR is out, as well as the closed beta. So, of course, the next question is, where is mine? I got to play it. I need my fix. Give me my Reaper of Souls closed beta now. Okay. So earlier this month, toy maker NECA, NECA, announced that they were releasing some Diablo III themed items early next year. Now, the most well-known is the deluxe action figure of Diablo, Lord of Terror. This figure is a far more playable version than the Sideshow Collectibles Diablo statue, which ships out next June. But the collectible that has been missed by many fans is the replica of one of the most very famous legendary weapons. NECA is going to be releasing a replica of Archangel Tyrael's weapon, Eldruin, the Sword of Justice, next year. Now, this prop replica measures more than 42 inches long, being built from data files used in Diablo III. The sword also features what looks like, from what we can tell, a pulsating blue LED light in the hilt to simulate the protective powers the sword draws from the high heavens. Per NECA, all right, and here's a quote, each Eldruin is carefully crafted of ABS, plastic, and PVC in a construction designed for durability and impact resistance. Afterwards, it is hand-painted in gold and silver, using a mix of washes and dry brushing to enhance the detail and its metallic feel. The result is a realistic replica that looks just as good as the real thing, but is perfectly safe. Now, both the Diablo figurine and the Eldruin replica are due out March 2014. Let's get our virtual cards on now with Hearthstone.
Pull up a chair by the hearth.
So the new Hearthstone patch has released. And those who were at BlizzCon and had the virtual ticket, your Golden Elite Torrent Chieftain card has now been activated. We can all rock together. Now, along with the patch came some major changes to Constructed and Arena, along with some card changes. All right, first, biggest change, the introduction of ranked play. Now ranked play mode actually means something. You start out level 25 Angry Chicken and try to work your way up to level 1 and then up to Legendary. Every time you win a game, you win a star. You lose multiple times win multiple times in a row, you gain a bonus. Every time you lose a star. This means you can go up and down in the ranks both. And once you get your Legendary status, you'll be able to see the exact rank you have in your region. So if you see a crystal, a little number 300, that means you are the 300th best player in your region. The plan right now is for the ranks to reset once a month. The next change came to Arena. You'll now be able to play up to 12 wins instead of just 9, and Arena awards have been restructured as a result. Last but not least, certainly not least, came some card changes. Priests and Hunters got some nerfs, as well as some neutral cards. We were just talking about this last week. Wizard aggro, 3 cards, neutral cards for them, got nerfed. All right, first off though, let's talk Unleash the Hounds. It was a 1 mana cost card that gave all your beasts +1 attack and charge. This was the main card that Hunters used in what was called the OTK Hunter, which stood for 1 turn kill. Basically, Hunters would hold all their beasts in their hands till around turn 7, play them all and dish out 20+ damage in 1 turn, oftentimes getting a kill. Now, this deck wasn't really successful in competitive play, but it did quite well in lower levels. The next Hunter nerf was Starving Buzzard, a 2 mana 2/2 beast that whenever a beast comes into play under your control, draw a card. The Buzzard has been reduced to 2/1, so it's a bit easier to kill. The Priest Mind Control did get switched from 8 mana to 10 mana. We knew that was coming. The card allowed you to take control of one of your opponent's minions permanently. Blizzard said the card was just too frustrating to play against in its current state. Now, like I said, we talked last week about the Warlock and aggro decks and how they were just dominating the meta. Well, they nerfed those 3 big neutral cards. All right, first off, Warlock Minion Flame Imp. For 1 mana, you get a 3/2 that deals 2 damage to your hero when you play it. Now, with the new change, it deals 3 damage when you play it. Not a big change. Card is still a good first turn drop for Warlocks, but maybe a little tougher to swallow as you get, progress more in the game and your health is a little lower. Neutral cards, we were talking about those. Shattered Sun Cleric. It was a 3/3 for 3 mana, which had a battle cry to give one of your friendly minions +1/+1. The minion is now a 3/2, making it more vulnerable to spells like Backstab or even Blizzard, which will kill it outright. Finally, the last change came to Argent Commander, another one of those we were talking about. For a 6 mana, 4/3 with Divine Shield and Charge. He's now been reduced to 4/2. Again, makes him more vulnerable, a little easier to kill with just 1 card. A little more balance there. As the patch came out, the meta has already started shifting, even before this patch technically hit. Frost Mages are now being seen everywhere as a result for how well they do against Warlock aggro. If you'd like to see some deck lists and analysis on the Frost Mage, which uses Giants and Alexstrasza, check out our Hearthstone site at hearthstone.blizzpro.com as we break the deck down for you, and you can see why Pyroblast is basically the most annoying card in the game right now. Alright, now we don't actually have a bitch session for you per se. How about the BlizzPro brouhaha? So some of you may have heard of Michael Booth. He was the Left 4 Dead lead designer at Valve and also worked on Counter-Strike. Now he is known for his prowess with in-game AI. Now he works for Blizzard, and his Twitter account says he's a game director. Now this week on Twitter, he linked to a lead producer role saying, "My team is hiring." The link takes you to a job description of an unannounced game title at Blizzard. This is not Titan. I know that's the first thing everybody wants to jump to. In fact, Titan used to be listed as next-gen MMO in the job titles, but the game was reset a few months back. The game team was moved elsewhere. We doubt we will see anything from Titan for at least a year, let alone a new hiring. So this is something different. That's exciting. Is it going to be another small game like Hearthstone? Is it maybe a mobile development? Is it Warcraft 4? Or is it possible? Since Michael Booth has such huge FPS experience, Blizzard might be looking at bringing back Starcraft Ghost or working on another first-person shooter. Now granted, Activision Blizzard already has a perennial and insanely successful FPS with Call of Duty. But Blizzard always does their own take on any genre they go into. They make it their own. We've seen FPS success stories outside of Call of Duty or Battlefield with like Borderlands or Halo. Here's another thought, all right? Chew on this for a bit. There's an FPS subgenre out there that's largely untapped right now, and I think would fit nicely into Blizzard's stable. An MMO FPS, like MAG, Dust 514, or the upcoming Destiny. Think about that for a minute. All right. That does it for our Blizzard Brew. The hell? Who are you?
Oh, we're with the NSA, sir. We watch your show. We're big fans. I'd like to talk to you about your Ultralisks.
My Ultralisks? What about? I mean,
the horse.
You're
the horse slapper, right?
That's my barbarian. That's not actually me, and it's not the real Earth that I was threatening.
Whatever. You're coming with us.
No, you can't. No, hey, wait. Subscribe to our YouTube and watch us and Twitchcast and I'm on the internet, Twitter, and Facebook and stuff.